What is going on, my dudes? And dudettes is showing you this nest serpentarium. So today, obviously, this is a new snake. You guys have not seen this before. Any guess on what it is? Drop it in the comments. But it's actually a Python Morelius, which is an Indian python, but it's actually a Sri Lankan locality Indian python. And these guys are very, very closely related to the Burms. The Sri Lankan locality is known for having this gorgeous red head that you can see on this girl here. Okay, gorgeous little red head. They do have a bad reputation for being, rather flighty and bitey and all sorts, but I've worked with this girl I've had her for 6 months. I've averaged getting her out perhaps once a week, and she's calm as anything now. So as long as you handle them, it's the luck of the draw then after that point, because you can get any pythons can be a bit defensive and a bit flighty. It is just the luck of the draw, but I wouldn't say, based off my experience with her, compared to when I first had her to now, it's nothing a bit of handling one solve really. Absolutely gorgeous snake, as you can see. I really like the pattern on the side as well. I'm hoping she'll go a classic sort of caramelish colour when she gets older. That's what you see in a lot of these. And you do see it is in the parents as well. They're quite caramelly. These guys are not very common in captivity at all, or in the wild for that matter. They are CITES Appendix 1. So yeah, they're not very common, and with that comes inbreeding. So this girl's parents were both related, and I don't know how far back that actually goes, but the breeder that I bought this girl off only hatched out 5 of, I think it was 16 eggs. So I was very lucky to actually get her. 3 of those, he told me, had kinks, but actually when I picked this girl up, I noticed she's got a kink on her tail as well. So that makes 4 out of the 5, possibly 5 out of the 5, if that's got a similar kink to this one. So obviously she's not going to be a breeder, she's just a pet for me. I decided to keep her anyway because she is gorgeous. It would have been a species I would have worked with, because they are stunning snakes. But that's the way things go. Sometimes things don't always plan out the way you want them to. When I first had her, she was only feeding on chicks. She was feeding on chicks for about a month, and then I give her 2 or 3 weeks off, and then she switched over to mice. Then no problem. She's on small mice at the minute. She'll be moving up to mediums next time I feed, because she is starting to outgrow the smalls. These guys grow a lot slower than the Burms. Obviously India and where the Burmese pythons live in Burma, they're next to each other. But the main difference with these really is they are a little bit smaller than the Burms, little bit slower growing, and quite a bit less girthy as well. That's a real big difference you'd notice. Obviously with this being from Sri Lanka, it's even further away, not by much, but it is further away. It doesn't share a border, and God knows how long they've been isolated there in Sri Lanka. So if you were thinking about getting one of these, and you couldn't get one, the closest recommendation I could come to one of these would be a dwarf Burmese, a prongchai. They've got very similar busy patterns on the side of the snake. similar personality, similar sort of end size. These would probably get a little bit bigger than the prong chais. They're both quite rare. They've both got bad reputations. And they can get similar sort of colouring up the sides as well, so that would be my recommendation if you wanted one of these but couldn't get one, just because you can't find them. Maybe try a dwarf berm. There are more dwarf berms out there than these. Yeah, funny enough, actually, I had my heart set on a dwarf berm. I was going to get a dwarf berm this year, but when these, I saw, you know, someone was breeding these, I couldn't turn one of these down, to be honest, because I don't know when the next time I'd see some of these as babies come up. So that's why I decided to go for this over a dwarf berm. I would still like to work with a prong chai in the future, but we'll see how that goes. But anyway, that's not about them, it's about this girl. What else can I say about her? Well, there's not really anything else I can say. I don't really want to make this a care guide because I have only been keeping her for 6 months, give or take. So I don't really want it to be a care guide. I just wanted to show you her and tell you a little bit about her, what she's like to handle and stuff.